The Joker is one of the most iconic villains in history, not just in comic books, but in fiction in general. Throughout the years, he has been portrayed by many different actors, both in person and just through voice, and everyone has their own favorite Joker. Well, today, we're going to be doing our best to come up with the best of the best. What's up, guys? Welcome to Multiverse. I'm your host, Wes, and today, we're going to be talking about our picks for the top 10 best Jokers of all time. But before we get into it, be sure to enter our monthly giveaway. For this month, we're going to be giving away 10 tickets to see the new Ant-Man movie. It's really easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on for a chance to win. Leave a comment on why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached, and I will pick the winner at the end of the month. Good luck. Number 10, Troy Baker. Kicking off our list is an actor well known for his work in many recent video games. Samuel Drake in the Uncharted series and Brooker in BioShock Infinite. In 2013, Baker lent his voice to Joker in Batman Arkham Origins, a prequel to Rocksteady's Arkham trilogy, which was a pretty tall order considering that the legendary Mark Hamill provided the Joker's voice in that series. But Troy Baker took us all by surprise with his work. The Joker in Arkham Origins was a younger, less civilized than the one we saw in the main series, and Baker did a great job of showing that, and personally, I would love to see him take on the character again. Number 9, Cameron Monaghan. Okay, we're putting this one down at number 9 because the exact role that Cameron is playing on the TV show Gotham is a little bit complicated. While he may look like the Joker and kind of act like the Joker, it was revealed in May of 2018 that he would not be actually called the Joker due to legal reasons involving DC and Warner Brothers. Likely because they want to reserve the official Joker name for the movies. Regardless of what you want to call him or whether or not he is actually the Joker, there's no denying that Cameron Monaghan has been giving a stellar performance on the Gotham series. And I can't wait to see where he goes from here. Plus, who knows, the way the DC Extended Universe is going, maybe Warner Brothers will change their mind and decide to officially give Monaghan the Joker label. Number 8, John DiMaggio. This experienced voice actor has appeared in just about everything. Jake on Adventure Time, Dr. Draken on Kim Possible, Marcus in the Gears of War games, Bender on the hit show Futurama, The Wrecker on Ultimate Spider-Man, Galactus on Avengers Assemble, and you pretty much name any animated show or video game franchises, and the chances are John DiMaggio has been on it at some point. Well, in the 2010 animated movie Batman Under the Red Hood, John DiMaggio delivered yet another excellent performance as none other than the Joker. Now, Under the Red Hood told the story of Jason Todd, Batman's sidekick Robin, until he was captured and tortured relentlessly by the Joker until he became something far more evil. Under the Red Hood is one of the darkest Batman stories to date, and the movie was fantastic, and much of that greatness had to do with how great DiMaggio was bringing the Joker to life in this terrifying and brutal world. Number 7, Brent Spiner. Spiner's acting career really took off when he played Data in Star Trek First Contact, but he also became a favorite of comic book fans when he took over the duties as the Joker on the Young Justice TV show. Young Justice aired in 2010 and only ran for 2 seasons, but in that time, Spiner was able to create a terrifying Joker who proved to be a formidable foe for the younger heroes like Robin, Kid Flash, and Superboy. Now, like I said, Young Justice did only go for 2 seasons, but I would recommend watching it if you're a fan of the Joker. Brent Spiner's, version of the Joker is actually really good, and he deserves a little bit of recognition. So go watch the show. Maybe not watch the full 2 seasons, but, watch as many episodes with the Joker in it as possible. Number 6, Michael Emerson. This actor is best known for his time on the show Lost, but like Spiner, he has also made waves in the comic world playing an older Joker in the movie adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. In this retelling of Frank Miller's graphic novel of the same name, an older Bruce Wayne comes out of retirement after 10 years to try to reclaim the city, although he quickly finds that not everything is what it used to be and the world has become a much more violent place in his absence. Michael Emerson's Joker was much more toned down, making him somehow even scarier than when he was firing on all cylinders. And he had a certain vibe to him that made him not seem entirely human, but he was just human enough. Number 5, we're gonna go way back to the beginning of Batman's time on the screen with the first actor to ever play the Clown Prince of Crime, Cesar Romero. Now, Cesar Romero was born in 1907 and had a very successful career on screen as an actor, singer, dancer. And in 1966, he took the role of the Joker on the classic Batman TV show starring Adam West. Although he famously refused to shave his mustache for the role, which is part of the reason why his makeup was so heavy, as they needed to cover up his facial hair. Romero's Joker was definitely unlike other Jokers and was much more energetic and lighthearted, although that was more because of the show itself than Romero's performance, as the show was intended to be more like a cartoon than a serious drama we know Batman to be like today. Romero stated that the Joker was an easy role for him to play since he already had so much energy, and apparently the costume was very comfortable. And also a pretty fun fact about Cesar Romero, he's actually the only actor to portray the Joker who hasn't received an Oscar. The legendary Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto all have Oscars, and Cesar Romero doesn't. Now, granted, Heath Ledger was the only person to win an Oscar for his performance for Joker, and Jack Nicholson was nominated, but still, out of all of the actors who have been on the big screen as Joker, the only person to not win an Oscar was the legendary Cesar Romero. Number 4, Kevin Michael Richardson. Now, in the early 2000s, there was a rise in superhero cartoons, but there was lacking the core Batman. Now, sure, there was Batman Beyond and there was the Justice League, but there wasn't really a traditional Batman show. In 2004, that all changed with the debut of a new show called The Batman that featured much of what made Batman great to begin with, but also had some surprises, such as redesigns on both the appearances of the backstories of certain characters. One of these characters was none other than the Joker, who was redesigned to be a bit more acrobatic and off the rails, and even more than usual. Kevin Richardson's voice went perfectly with the new Joker, and the show was a big success. Number 3, Jack Nicholson. While Romero was the first actor to bring the Joker to life in live action, Jack Nicholson was the first one to do it in a way that was a little closer to his comic book counterpart, and Nicholson's performance still remains one of the most terrifying ones to date. When famed director Tim Burton set out to create a darker, more realistic version of Batman, Nicholson reportedly took the role of the Joker after having a single conversation with him. On an MTV interview, Nicholson stated, "Tim Burton's a genius. He had the right take on it. I did a movie based on a single conversation with him. We both come from the cartoon world originally. We had similar ideas." Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker scared moviegoers from around the world and still remains one of the most intimidating versions of the villain ever put to film. Number 2, Mark Hamill. Of all of the Jokers on this list, Hamill has definitely been doing it the longest. While Luke Skywalker may not seem like an obvious choice for playing an insane clown in a superhero cartoon, it definitely ended up being that way. Mark Hamill lended his voice to the Joker in 1992 on Batman the Animated Series, which ran until 1995, but his work as the character wouldn't stop there. He returned as the Clown Prince of Crime in 1997 on the new Batman Adventures, and he made several appearances as the Joker on Superman. He would continue to voice the Joker in various TV shows, animated movies, and video games for years to come, and his most recent outing as the clown was in the movie adaptation of The Killing Joke, which marked 25 years as the character. So what makes him so good? Well, for starters, his voice is perfect for the character, bringing that perfect balance of human and monster that only the Joker has. Plus, Mark Hamill has perhaps the greatest Joker laugh of all time, with a certain high-pitched raspiness that sends shivers down your spine. Let's all hope The Killing Joke wasn't the end of things for Hamill and that he comes back to voice the Joker again in the future. And I would have to say my favorite instance of Mark Hamill's Joker was in the Arkham games. The Arkham City performance that Mark Hamill did for this game was incredible. His Joker was perfect. Number 1, Heath Ledger. I don't think there was ever any doubt that Ledger would be taking the number 1 spot today. Born in 1979, Heath Ledger was a very well-known Australian actor who first rose to prominence by performing it in great films such as 10 Things I Hate About You, Brokeback Mountain, A Knight's Tale, and The Patriot before hired as the Joker in the 2008 movie The Dark Knight that was directed by none other than my favorite director, Chris Nolan. Ledger brought a kind of realism and insanity that the Joker had never had before on screen, and he reportedly was obsessed with playing the role perfectly, locking himself in a hotel and keeping a journal of all of the Joker's thoughts. Heath Ledger was a method actor and was known to really dive into his work, but his preparation for the Joker was more intense than anything else he had ever done. And it really did pay off. The movie was a huge success, and Heath Ledger's Joker was critically acclaimed for its realism and humanity. Ledger unfortunately passed away just a few months after finished filming The Dark Knight on January 22nd, 2008. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up with this video. Let us know down below which Joker on this list was your favorite, and if we missed any, please let us know down below as well. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and if you want to enter the giveaway, go to the start of the video, follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I'll talk to you guys next time in the Multiverse.